What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are in the midst, we are in the depths of football season. NFL week 11. We already were officially halfway through the season. Now we're on the backside of the season. Sad times, gonna enjoy it. Even though Zach and I are just Bears fans and we're 3-7, we're still having a pretty good time watching football, NFL Sunday ticket, fantasy football, betting, everything. Zach, how are you doing?
Feeling pretty good. Won the lottery last week.
Did you talk about that last week on the pod?
We briefly talked about it at the end.
Go ahead. We didn't have an NFL show, so
No, really just so last week decided to check my Hoosier lottery Powerball numbers, and I hit 4 out of 5 on the white balls and hit the Powerball and walked away with a nice 50 G's in the pocket.
yes, sir.
Pre-tax.
Yes, sir. So if you can't do well on the NFL picks, you just got to be like Zach and just bang a fucking 50K or
Got
on
won
the
the lottery.
lottery ticket. So take notes. Anyone out there that's down double digit units on the NFL or more this year, just go get fucking lotto tickets.
NFL is like the one thing we actually are not bad at. And NCAA, I suck.
Yeah. Definitely NFL forward. We definitely make less picks per week on the
Oh
NFL
yeah.
too. So with our competition, check our DGen Central Twitter page to stay up to date on our competition. We keep the rolling tally on our standings, and I'll kind of go through where we're all at once we get to our picks. But looking at this last week, it was a crazy week of football. A game of the year, people are saying. Unfortunately, I did not get to watch the Vikings and the Bills game. I saw the highlights and it looked fucking crazy. I so upset I didn't get a chance to watch it, but obviously the Bills fumbling on their own half-yard line, scoop and score, get to overtime. Josh Allen has a very non-Josh Allen-like interception to end the game. Zach,
Fun fact: Josh Allen leads the NFL in turnovers since 2020.
it's not Justin Fields.
He has 40 turnovers since 2020 with fumbles and interceptions. That's not a knock on, but I think Josh Allen is very good, but the hype people give him for like being like so good in the NFL, like he does turn the ball over a lot.
He probably, I mean, if he probably is in the top 3 for most pass attempts in that time, though.
Yeah, but I mean, still, if you're gonna turn I'm saying like people are saying he's like the next great, like dude, great quarterbacks like Rodgers and Brady don't turn the ball over like that.
Yeah, and that 2020 year, like people show us highlights from that year. He wasn't like fully developed, like skill set wise, and still didn't have Stephon Diggs yet. So that probably 2020.
Don't get me wrong, I would
has...
take Josh Allen in a heartbeat, but
oh yeah,
I just think people have got to slow down the hype train a little.
Yeah, so Bills, that AFC East, talking about the Bills, AFC East is just fucking crazy right now. You got the Bills, the Dolphins, even obviously the Jets and the Patriots. They're all 500 or better. I'm pretty sure the Patriots are 500 or 5 and
They're either 500 or
I think they're
right?
I think they're 5-4 because they just had their bye week.
Yeah.
So they're all over 500. Easily could see 3 teams come out of that conference, take up 2 of the 3 wild card spots from that division alone. It's just nuts. I love this part of the season. You finally kind of get to understand who's for real and who's not. So in the NFC equivalent of that, like I definitely think Seattle's in a great position to make the playoffs. They just got to hold out against the 49ers, at least to win their division right now.
They're also going to get like a top 10 pick from the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Imagine they like say the Broncos just, finish like 2-15 or 3-14. Because I think they only have 2 wins right now, don't they? Or they have 3.
Just 2.
And Matt, dude, think of like say the Broncos just finished with like the second worst record in the NFL, and it gives the Seahawks a top 2 pick. They either get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud.
Hey, Geno Smith.
Okay, let's be honest. Geno Smith has done great this year, but if you were given the choice of taking Bryce Young or CJ Stroud,
I don't know, man. If Geno Smith, he is kind of old, but
dude, you're
if
not building a
if
team
Geno
around
if
Geno
Geno
Smith.
Smith wins like a playoff game, I could definitely see Seattle like trading down with a team that really fucking badly needs to
A
draft one of those
quarterback.
two guys. And then they could still draft a quarterback to develop the next 2 or 3 years. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be in a great spot
Whoever
regardless.
whoever drafts Will Levis is gonna suck.
That's
He's
the North
he is not
Carolina
good.
kid, right? Or the Kentucky kid, right?
Kentucky. He's the
Yeah.
one that puts mayo in his coffee. I
I
mean
saw
that like that alone is just psychopath. It's psychopath behavior.
it's a tough look.
It's disgusting. I
It's
mean,
gross.
that is
Um,
disgusting.
shout
Mayo
out me
deserves to be on a sandwich, and that's it.
Shout out me and Ryan. We still, speaking of that, we said if we got to 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube, Victory Lap YouTube. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe. Ryan and I owe some sour cream and coffee. Um, I don't. I think there was like a NFL player or like a SEC coach that does that, and we said we
Yeah.
would do it once we get to 1,000. So next time Ryan and I are both on the podcast at the same time, we'll do that.
That is disgusting.
Not
You're gonna
not as bad as mayo though. I could definitely. I mean, sour
Ugh.
cream isn't quite as harsh as mayo.
Ugh.
But what is really bad is the fucking Rams. They are
The
fucking,
the chamois.
and they just lost their best. Well, besides Aaron Donald, they lost their best player. Cooper Kupp is expected to miss at least 4 weeks.
Yeah.
High ankle sprain. This
He already
team
had
is
surgery.
done. I cannot remember the last time we saw, let alone a Super Bowl, a team coming off of winning the Super Bowl, just a team, maybe the Falcons after they lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Didn't
But
they still go like 10-6 the next season
yeah,
though?
exactly. But a team
Yeah.
coming off a Super Bowl run and the next year, they're fucking dead. And it's week 11. Dead through 10 weeks of NFL football and an 18-week off of a Super Bowl win, let alone playing in the Super Bowl. That's fucking awful. And I don't know what it has to be. There has to be something insanely wrong with Matthew Stafford's arm. Um, because their offense just has no fucking rhythm. It's dead. The defense is still like pretty solid. Like they don't give up more than like 21, 23 points very often this year.
Isn't their run game pretty bad?
Yeah, they got Cam Akers back, and there's a committee with Daryl Henderson,
Yeah.
but the run game's not great either. Allen Robinson hasn't really panned out, but now that he's going to be their number one choice for the foreseeable future, it's going to be tough. I obviously Allen Robinson, the way he left the Bears in that relationship, talking shit about the Bears wasn't great. But I still wouldn't mind seeing him kind of play a little well.
I mean, I feel like he's gonna get the like he's gonna take a lot of those
Yeah,
targets right now for the
he's gonna
cup
get
out.
he's got to get like 11, 12 targets a game now.
Yeah.
But the Rams are dead. A team that's not dead is the Vikings. Obviously, we talked about Josh Allen in that game. The Vikings are good. It's not
Yeah.
as painful to say as the Packers being
You know
good.
who scares me though? The Packers.
Mm,
Dude, that is a huge win
I
for
know,
like morale and locker room to beat the Cowboys the way they did.
but like Mike McCarthy, like he's been coaching pretty well this year for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But he got so far in his own head being back at Lambeau Field, playing Aaron Rodgers. I think it really got to him. And that's just the Dallas Cowboys this year, the way they're built and the way they've been playing, are just not a team that you'd think would blow a multiple possession lead that late in the game and also not do
That's
anything.
just that's just what scares me is you don't want to give Rodgers confidence because he's a back-to-back MVP. I don't get me wrong, I hate Aaron Rodgers, but like
They're not
he's
making the playoffs.
dude.
They're not. They're so bad.
They're what? Are they what? Are they 4-6?
Um,
4-6, right?
yeah, because they were
Dude, all they
tied
got
with
to
the
do is
Bears
get to
last
10
week.
wins. It's a tough feat.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. Tough feat.
I the NFC has a lot is going to have plenty of high records for the wild card. So it's still going to be a challenge at 10 because like
Yeah.
49ers slash Seattle, a bunch of the NFC East teams, so Giants, Cowboys, and Eagles all vying for at least 3 spots themselves. So
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the Packers, and they already have 6 losses. They'd have to win out just to get to
It
11
would be very
wins.
hard. I mean, they'd have to win for sure 10 games without
And
a doubt.
the Bears Super Bowl this year is going to be playing the Packers at home, and who knows what's going to happen. Like Aaron Rodgers, if he's really upset about this year and how the front office does not get him any help at receiver after losing Devontae, and even when they did have Devontae, he could walk. I mean, I could definitely see Rodgers just saying "fuck this" or
It still just doesn't make sense why they drafted Julian Love when they did, when they could have drafted so many good receivers.
yeah, that receiver class was very good.
Yeah, it was insane when you look back at it, like the guys they could have got.
One team besides the Packers, though, slow start, definitely can make the playoffs. Though the Buccaneers,
Oh yeah.
they go to Germany. They play a pretty solid Seattle Seahawks team, and 21-16 was the final, but they were in control the whole fucking time. They were running Brady down the sideline for fucking trick plays, is how confident they were. Just
Brady 2-0 since his divorce.
yeah, Brady, new
He
man,
is an
knew him.
undefeated quarterback since divorcing Giselle. Also, who is already going on dates
Yeah, that's a tough
with
look.
she's on a date with the guy that who's been her like trainer for the past year.
Yeah,
That's not sketchy at all. Maybe she's just she was a little harlot. I don't know. I'm just gonna put that out there. Put that into
she
the atmosphere.
she was probably. I mean, it's a long NFL season. She was probably already doing stuff while they were together. Who knows?
Yep. Team
So,
Tommy.
and that's what gave Tom Brady all the fire. He just knew someone was just fucking digging into Giselle during the season. He's just like, fuck Giselle. I gotta win the Super Bowl. That's all I have is football. So,
And kissing
any
his kid in
other
the mouth.
any other team that you would like to touch
Mm,
on?
the Commanders are a little frisky. They're 500.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about the NFC East. I mean,
That is a wild division.
it's just it's so crazy how quick the entire division has turned around. Now, granted, the NFC North is playing the NFC East this year for extra round of games for all of them, and I mean, besides the Vikings, we're pretty bad.
Do you
um,
think like if you're the Commanders, why wouldn't you not start Heineke when Wentz is back?
oh, I thought they already announced that Heineke is going to start this Sunday.
Oh, did they? I didn't hear
Yep.
it.
Yeah. So Heineke,
Yeah, he deserves to
um,
start. I mean, he's beaten like one, he beat the Eagles, which I mean, don't get me wrong, terrible call by the refs,
yeah, he might be the
but like,
best game manager quarterback in the entire NFL as a
yeah,
backup.
yeah,
He had 0 passing touchdowns, but he just he's
he's
so
smart,
yeah, he's very smart. And I mean,
smart.
even it just all encapsulated in that like less than 2 minutes, he takes the fucking unnecessary roughness after taking a knee on a broken play, and the Eagles accidentally barrel into him and first down, game over basically after they punt with like 5 seconds left or whatever. So
So you see the bad beat in that game from Devontae Smith?
yeah, so Devontae and
Over under on receiving yards from
yeah,
throwing the
so
ball
Devontae had
backwards.
like 53 receiving yards before the last play where he threw it backwards and there was a scoop and score. And he threw it backwards on the 14-yard line. And so FanDuel docked him 14 yards, which, but DraftKings didn't. So,
Really?
yeah, so DraftKings did not. And I don't fucking get how they should, unless it whatever's marked on ESPN or officially by the NFL is what the sports book should take. So I didn't really ever look at what the official yardage was for Devontae.
FanDuel paid out all bets that got ruined because of it.
FanDuel did change it.
Yeah, so FanDuel, like if you lost a bet
Due to
because
the
of
yards
that,
he lost on the last play.
yeah, they basically like
Oh,
refunded your bet.
okay. Because DraftKings never like lowered it the night of. So
Really?
I mean, that's a bad look if they don't do the same thing DraftKings ended up doing. So, okay, that's good. Justin Fields, still a beast. Not a great pick six. I didn't get to watch that game either. Unfortunately, I was working, so I missed all the 1 o'clock games. What happened, Zach? Like the defense was held them to 10
Basically,
late,
the defense can't fucking stop anything.
but like they held them to 10 like pretty late in the game, didn't they?
Yeah, but so what happened was the pick six happened. Fields then marched him. That's when he had the 60-yard touchdown to get him back in it. So honestly, the Bears would have won the game. So Sanborn, the rookie linebacker, picked it off.
He looked great in the highlights.
And they called hands to the face on Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
And that's what ruined the game, because if the Bears pick the ball off there, they'd
Yeah.
probably keep the ball and run out the clock or give it back to the Lions late.
Yeah.
Whereas then they called hands to the face and the Lions scored like 3 to 5 plays later, and it basically just ruined the game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and then everyone was criticizing Fields for like not getting rid of the ball on the 4th down play. But like, if you like look at like the 360 view of the play,
Yeah.
dude, there's not one person that is even remotely open. Also, if Okuda does not fucking hit Komet in the leg, that might have been a touchdown. Dude, he was going to be so wide open.
Yeah.
It was going to be he would have, if he didn't score, dude, he would have gotten down to like the 20 or 15. He was going to be so open.
I haven't seen that play. It wasn't in the highlight montage that I saw of the game. So was it just like pass interference and just totally barreled him, or like what happened?
Basically, like Okuda played it off very well. He was going to cover his man that was crossing, and he saw. I don't know if he actually physically saw Komet, but basically he just ran right into him, and like that's why Komet's been out all week in practice with
I saw
with a thigh contusion.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, dude, if he doesn't hit him there, Komet either scores or, like I said, gets down to like the 15 or 20. Dude, he would have been wide open. There wasn't a soul around him.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I'm not upset because Fields played great again, and the Bears moved up to having the number 6 pick in the NFL draft. So it's like he still looks good. They lost. Like, they're not like, this team's not going anywhere this year. Their defense is one of the worst in the NFL, if not like the worst.
I've seen some people start to talk about like taking an edge rusher over like a wide receiver.
Dude, I still want them to draft O-line probably first round, just because I feel like protecting Fields is the smartest, and then they should. But
that's the nice thing about Ryan Poles is that we do have a big glaring offensive line issue that's been pregnant for like about a decade now, and Ryan Poles was like a professional offensive lineman. So I think, and we saw that with some of his late draft picks this past draft. I mean, he was just barreling offensive linemen off the draft board rounds 5, 6, and 7. So I'm looking forward to it. I like what Ryan Poles has done so far. So assuming that he can keep up with the plan, whatever that happens to be, it looks like there's a bright future. Obviously, still 120 or 115 something million.
I think most of it's going to be addressed to defense for the offseason.
Yeah. So whatever, because it looks like there's going to be better defensive free agents comparatively to the offense and like wide receivers. So
wide receiver free agent class kind of sucks.
Yeah. And I could definitely see us franchise tagging David Montgomery.
Dude, I think that's a waste though.
But but like if we're gonna use it, might as well use it on him and get him one more year.
Yeah.
Help Justin Fields have like two like solid running backs off rest. So we'll see. There's so many different. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's still a work in progress for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I don't think they're going to address all the needs this offseason, but I think they could address a lot of them and make them a very competitive team in the NFL next year. I mean, watching them play defense it's embarrassing. Their defense
Yeah.
is so bad.
Yeah. And there's no need to do the Claypool thing with the defense because Justin Fields it benefits him so much more to build like chemistry and a relationship with a
Yeah.
receiver versus like a middle linebacker building a relationship with like an edge rusher or something right now, which we wouldn't even know would pan out for the value we traded for Claypool. So, but that's all I got for week 10.
Yeah, I mean the touch on like obviously you didn't watch uh the Bills Vikings game, but like the one-handed catch by Jefferson,
Oh yeah,
like
I did see that. Oh my
I
god.
guess the glove and arm sleeve have already been sent to Canton, Ohio for the Hall of Fame. Dude, that catch, just because the magnitude of that catch, it was 4th and 18.
Yeah.
Like that catch, I don't know how he held on to it. The Bills defender was ripping it away with two hands, and he had just one hand on the ball and somehow won it. Like I don't get it.
When I first saw it, someone showed me it on their phone, like right when I got home. And I was like, that is damn near better than the Odell catch. Like I was so
Yeah,
close. I was very close. Literally the only reason it will ever be so hard to say a catch is better than the Odell catch. One, it needs to be like a playoff game, like game winning drive.
it was like the one that what's his name had for the Patriots. Edelman. Remember his catch in the fucking game against the Falcons?
Right.
That I would say that catch is better than
Or
Odell's
the
because of the
helmet
magnitude.
catch, the helmet catch
Yeah,
the Giants made
dude,
against the
Edelman's
Patriots.
catch against the Falcons, what like due
That
to the
was
magnitude
nuts.
of it, was insane.
And his
Like,
focus was in the and the other thing that's going to help the Odell argument is it was pass interference.
yeah.
So, but
Well, then remember the Doug Baldwin catch against Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl, but then the Patriots still won it.
yeah, the one along the sideline, right?
Yeah, it like bounced
Yeah,
off both of them on the ground, and Baldwin caught it. That one would be more talked about, I think, if the
if they
Seahawks won
won.
that Super Bowl.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure. That catch was also insane.
yeah.
Also, I last thing before we get to our picks, but um I I got to see the snippet of Ben Roethlisberger. He was on some podcast and they asked him like if the Jesse James catch in I think it was the wild card round of the playoffs against the Patriots was a
Oh, the
catch.
one that was like a touchdown, right?
Yeah, so like that was in the age of the NFL, like not age, but in the era of the NFL where they were changing the catch rules like every
Yeah,
year basically. So no one knew if it was really catch, but basically he caught the ball, turned with it, got it over the line, and like the nose of the ball landed and it like came up through his hands a little bit.
yeah.
So they didn't know if he like became the runner or made an athletic move. It was just crazy. But Ben Roethlisberger was basically like, well, it was against the Patriots, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get to our picks real quick. Also, as always, um, our DGen Central podcasts are sponsored by BetUS. BetUS is a great sports book that has amazing offers for new users. So if you go on, doesn't matter if you have other sports book, if you're looking for a great deal coming up this weekend, want some extra money to play with, some extra credits, definitely think about signing with BetUS. If you deposit as a new user, you get a 100% match on your deposit with cash, and they also accept you depositing any kind of cryptocurrency. I shouldn't say any kind, most cryptocurrencies, and they'll match your initial deposit to 200%. So you put $100 of Bitcoin in, they'll give you $200 worth of BetUS credit to play with. So check the affiliate link. It'll be in our description on the video of this video. While you're down there, like, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Definitely helps out the channel. So going into week 11, we have some standings. We're very close in the standings. Ryan had a great week this past week. We've had 2 flawless weeks in a row as a podcast in terms of someone going undefeated in their picks. I went 6-0 in week 9. Ryan went 5-0 this past week. So love to see it. We all had a positive week. We all won our do or die bet. Just absolutely love to see it. As a podcast, we went 12, 16. We went 16, 6-1. So that's amazing. Love to see it. If you would have bet all of our picks, plus the extra units, if we duplicated, you'd been up about 9 units or so. So going into this week, Ryan's in the lead. He's up about 9 units. I'm up about 5 on the season. And then Michael's only down 1 and Zach's only down 3. So we got a tight race with 8 weeks regular season NFL left. We are all on a do or die win streak. Michael's on 1. Me, Zach, and Ryan are all on 2. Let's keep it up. We're on fire. And here we go. Week 11 picks. Ryan actually texted his, so I will do his first. Ryan. Michael did too. All right. We'll save the do or dies for last. And we got Thursday night picks. It is currently 7:05 p.m. November 17th, Thursday. So we're not giving these picks after the game, obviously. 7:05. All right. So Michael's picks. Thursday night football. Packers -3. Not Thursday night football. Patriots -3. Giants -3. Bears money line +145. Bears spread +3. And then his do or die. You want to give Ryan's?
Yeah.
I can.
Hey, I got it.
Okay.
Ryan's plays for this week are he's got Rams +3, Rams money line. Ryan, I don't know what you're doing there. The good old chamois. Bears +3. Shout out Justin Fields. Bengals -4, Patriots -3, and Giants -3.
All right. And then I will give my picks real quick. I also got Thursday night on here. Titans. I'm going Titans +3. So going against Michael, got Titans +3. Vrabel is amazing at home. And I fucking hate the Packers. Why not? Eagles -7. Jeff Saturday's celebration on his first win is going to be very short-lived. The Raiders fucking suck. Congrats on beating them. You even said it so on your fucking ESPN show like 3 weeks before you played them. Patriots -3. Jets have not beaten them in 13 games in a row against them. Sticking with the Patriots. Bears +3. Our Chicago Bears +3 at the Falcons. I'm actually taking the under. It's time to sell high on the over. The Falcons play slow. They run the ball a lot. 49 is a huge number. It's actually 49.5. So 49.5 under for the Bears. Chargers at home against the Chiefs, taking the Chargers +5. Looking like Keenan Allen might be back. Please, I have Keenan Allen in 2 fantasy leagues. I've been waiting so long. Chargers +5. And then Vikings, Cowboys under. So they both had high-scoring games, high-scoring overtime games last week, under 47.5. Both teams Cowboys have arguably the best defense in the league. Vikings defense probably top 8, 7 or 8 in the league at least. And then my do or die.
All right. My picks are I got Derrick Henry anytime touchdown tonight.
What's odds on that?
-150.
Yeah, it is.
Giants -3. Jets +3.5. I know they have struggled against the Patriots, but Zach Wilson banged his mom, so I got faith in him. Vikings +1.5. Bengals -4, and then I got my do or die.
All right. My do or die. It's another Fader Ruski off last week, similar to the taking the Titans this week. I'm going to take the Texans, Houston Texans, and Davis Mills, plus the 3 points at home, taking on the Commanders, who basically just won their Super Bowl against the Eagles on Monday night. So Washington's going to come off a short week, and they just celebrated super hard. Taylor Heineke is fucking high on Zins, and the Texans are going to cover +3 at home on Sunday.
I've got Bears Falcons over 9.5.
We're just fucking riding the over. So last
Dude,
week, if you didn't see, Zach,
dog.
me, and Ryan all took the Bears Lions over as our do or dies, and they all fucking hit. So I don't blame Zach for that play at all. Any other words, Zach, before we conclude Week 11's preview?
Oh, we got to get do or dies for Ryan in them.
Oh yeah, I totally fucking forgot.
Michael's got Commanders -3, and then Ryan's got Packers -3.
Yep. So Ryan, you can fucking burn in hell for that pick. Fuck you. Fuck the Packers. Get back on the podcast. It's just Zach and I, goats. Thanks again for tuning in. Contact Zach if you want some of that Powerball money.
Don't contact me.
Don't do it. Follow us on social, DGen Central at Victory Lap Bets. Follow our main page also at Victory Lap Media. Shoot us some DMs if you have any ideas for the shows. We'd love to switch something up. But this is fun too. Love talking about football. And don't forget to check out our College Football Week 12 preview podcast. We'll also be posting that this week. Bet US if you want to start a new sports book. Thanks again for listening. We'll catch you next time. Good luck this weekend, and peace.
Peace.